It's Figma time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the Figma number 405. It's the arms note long range JoshiKosei. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but yes, it's an arms note anime girl with a giant sniper. You're wondering what arms note is? It's what I just said. Anime girls with snipers. It's kind of like an original idea, and I like it. I don't have any one of those because I'm more focused on like video game stuff and anime stuff. This one though, it is pretty fitting for Figma. You're getting a cool original design, but also you're getting guns. So accessory wise and character wise, it really fits on both sides, and that's why it's so popular, I guess. But anyway, I got this one because I got it cheap, pre-owned on AmiAmi. So let's have a look. Kawaii desu. I said cute anime girls, but it's more like schoolgirls. That's the main thing. And isn't that a great combination for Figma? Schoolgirls, accessories, weapons, everything. Anime. You got everything. She stands at 13 centimeters to the top of her head, which means we're going up to 5.1. Yeah, 5.1 inches tall. Overall look and detail of the figure, as I mentioned, schoolgirl uniform, and this one, I like it. I like the uniform by itself already, and I like the accessories she has on her head, but I want to look at the face. Very nice, dreamy kind of face sculpt with the somewhat orange eyes. It's nicely painted, and I like the design of it. And then she has the goggles, which go around. I call it goggles, but you know, what am I supposed to call that? She puts that over her eyes so she can snipe better, I'm guessing. It's kind of like technological doohickey. There you go, doohickey. Now for the paint job on that one, it looks good on this one, but it doesn't look good on this one. Quality control will be an issue for this review. I can tell you that already. The rest of it goes around the head is nice. It's a little bit more shiny metallic, and you have the one braid on the side over here also. Nice detail, makes it look a little bit more different. Then you have the gold line, which goes down in the entire uniform. It looks very clean, and as I mentioned, I like it. You have the dark blue going on all throughout the figure. Then you have the white kind of hood. Well, it's not really a hood, just the white thing, the white scarf. Going around is also not really a scarf, but that thing, the part of the sailor uniform. And she has some brown gloves on this side, same on this side. Is it just me, or does the small finger kind of look a little weird? Looks a little squished up. We have something more on the topic of squished up. I'll get to that. You got skirt, has some wrinkles in it. It is cut up in the middle, in the back over here, so you can rotate it around and it will not get into the way. Now you get the pantyhose, which has some more detail on it, which I like, but it's not clean. Obviously, what is going on over there? What is that? Yeah, the printer kind of effed up at that point. Also, the holster for the gun, paint job on that one is not clean at all. It just it has some spots that don't really cover up the thighs, and that's a problem. You got the gun holster with the gun. Oh, and of course now it doesn't want to fall out. Before, every time I just kind of touched it, it fell out. But now it's working along. Also, it's pantsu time. It's a black pantsu. Ah, there you go. Thank you. You got the black pantsu in there to complement the pantyhose, and then you got the shoes. Did I forget anything? Oh yeah, this, the warped part. I told you I was going to get to that. So that is obviously quality control. I will try to heat it up after the review and hope I can kind of fix it. It shouldn't be too bad, but it's just weird plastic sticking out on that side, which is unfortunate. Now for the articulation, head joint has a flat ball hinge, goes back, forward, all the way around, does not really tilt side to side for whatever reason. It doesn't want to cooperate. Then you got the shoulder parts, big ball hinge, which is connected into another ball, and you can actually pull this one out for some more articulation. I guess to really get a good grip of the sniper. Guess they needed to do that, but as such, has some nice rotation, goes up and down. If I can get the ball at the right angle now, there you go. And a rotation at the ball itself also. Then you got the simple ball hinge in the elbow, the hand on a ball hinge, wriggles around, goes all the way around. The part that covers the wrist is floaty, so it moves around naturally with it. You can take that out if you want to, if it gets in your way. Waist has nothing really, and then the lower torso area, the hips, you can rotate those around. Actually, that's just packed in. It's nothing too fancy, but you got it, and you can rotate it. Then for the legs, goes forward, and it is still kind of blocked by the skirt, but it does get almost 45 degree, goes out to the side, again blocked by the skirt. Where is this supposed to split up? It's still fighting it, that's really the issue. I like that they cut up the skirt in the back, so you don't see it, but I guess it would have been more effective if they cut it up on the side. Well, it's also cut up in the front. Well, there you go. What the hell? Still, you're fighting it. Also has rotation in the legs. Can you pull this down? No, you cannot pull this down. Simple hinge in the knee, and the foot is on another flat ball hinge. Back, forward, goes side to side rotation. There's a lot of accessories, and I'm gonna start off with the phone. I'm gonna leave that in there because it's so small. I'm just gonna lose it, but it's just like black plastic, brown, dark brown plastic with the blue for the screen. There's nothing too fancy, but it's a phone. What do you expect? Then you got the sniper rifle, which is nicely painted, nicely done. Has a bunch of detail in it, and is completely detachable. You can take all of this off, the scope, the magazine, and the holster in the back. Well, okay, I'm just gonna put that over to the side. Don't want to fumbly bumbly in front of the camera with it, but yeah, you can take all this off. So then you have extra parts. You have another one of those. I do not believe there's any difference there. I don't really see anything. The camera would focus. Also, it's kind of dark in here. I don't know what's going on with the lighting. So yeah, it looks the same to me. Has a gray line. And then you got, what else do we got? There's another magazine. And then there's the tripod for the gun. This one's flipped up, and you just take this out and you pull this in. Then you have a soft plastic scarf, just for another option piece to change the looks. And for the scarf, I'm just gonna look at the hair. Get an extra hair piece for it. Why is it so dark? Oh my god, the lighting. Lighting's all over the place. I can barely see anything under the camera. I'm gonna fix it in post, so you're probably not gonna notice it. And then you have a little robot, Metal Gear Ikibe. This one is real impressive. He's actually articulated, and then the arms goes off. But the legs on ball joints, there we go. Those go all the way around, and you can get them out to the side. The arms, as I've shown you, go side to side and also off. And then you have this piece in the back, which has just a simple hinge. But overall, this is a really cool accessory. It looks great. It's something else, and his arm falls off. That's not cool, but hey, it is a feature. Then you have the back, just a simple back, has a zipper. Paint job on that, it's pretty clean. For such a small line, pretty impressed with that. Then you have another skirt for more battle poses, or like when she, I guess, kneeling pose. You know, you have a sniper rifle, you're not gonna fire that standing. You don't, usually. Although this is anime, so you might. Then you have a simple gun. Very, very small. Has some detail in it. Simple, black color. And then you got two more faces. I don't even know what this one is. It's kind of dreamy face. And a little bit of the bubbly face. Wow, did I just put in a wrestling meme in here? Yes. And then you got the other hair sculpt with the goggles in front of her eyes. This one is better painted than the one that I have on the figure, so. Well, then again, I don't want to. I was gonna say I'm gonna use that one, but I don't want to cover her beautiful eyes. I like eyes. That sounds weird. Then you have a trigger finger, open hand, probably. I mean, most of these are to hold guns, really, because she has a giant sniper rifle. Did you catch up on that? I think you did, because you're smart. So there you go with that. And then you got a base, Figma Classic, and a Figma back, which I cannot find. Oh, there it is. Figma back, as usual, with every Figma. I call this pose dreamy about guns. Final thoughts of this figure. I like it. Straight off the bat, I'm a fan of it, and I do recommend it because here's the deal, I like the idea. From the get-go, I like the idea of the arms node of having schoolgirls, cute anime schoolgirls with weapons. It combines two very interesting worlds, and what we got out of it is pretty good. Now in terms of articulation and whatnot, it's pretty simple, standard Figma stuff, but the design is cool. There are some quality control issues, and I'm thinking that's the reason why this one's pre-owned, because even though she was mint in box, person who sold it or whatever was probably like, oh, I can tell there's something there. But all that aside, the paint job is pretty clean, except for the little thing in the stockings and the visor on her head. Then you have like the little gold lines, the little zipper on the back, which is really clean, and those are small lines, so I appreciate that. And there's not that much color to speak of, but still, what is there is done well for the most part, with some small slips here and there. So yeah, and the big feature obviously are the accessories, which there are a lot, and they're also good. So yeah, I'm a fan of it. So I'm gonna recommend this one. And finally, I want to say this is my first arms node. I don't sure if I'm gonna get more. I just really, this design was what spoke to me, and the fact that I got to pre-owned at a relatively low price. I don't know. I like the arms node series, guys, but it's like I already got so many Figmas. It's like at some point I have to say no. So I don't know. I'm not promising anything. I'm not promising any more arms nodes, and I'm also not saying I will never ever get one. So that's gonna do it though. I don't want to stray away too far from this review. Recommend it if you like the design, and if you want some guns. It's just really that's the thing. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figures, card game stuff. Wow, I almost slipped there. Card game stuff and whatever long range JoshiKosei wants.